We here to give you the culture. Don't got no time for you vultures. If you wanna learn about the game, I can coach you. Ballin' so hard, I should be on your poster. Holding it down, now I'm hot like the toaster. Starting my grind, it'll never be over. You get the picture, I say like a closer. Talking that talk, it get wild like the Joker. I hear that hate, I just laugh at you dorks. We eating good, got you mad at your fork. Giving your game even if off the court. Saying you ball, I speak money in sport. Shine like a diamond, black Alex and spades. All mad how I'm calling these plays. Like an anthem, I'm ahead of the game. All about my cut, so I linked up with.
Welcome to another episode of the Blades Culture Show.
What's up, y'all? Appreciate y'all tuning in.
For sure. Great day out there today. How was your day today, bro?
It was good, man. It's good. Good so far.
Want to touch up on a few things with you guys. First, man, I know you guys see fresh apparel right here.
Yep. Merchandise is coming, man. We doing some trial and error right now, trying to see what kind of material we want to do. Pricing range and the material that, looks good. We want to, put out good quality.
Shout out everybody that's been hitting my inbox too, man. They was jumping on it, ready to purchase.
Yeah, man. Be on the lookout for it though. I plan on dropping it probably. The plan is to try to drop it February 1st. I'm still trying to work, like I said, with some material and make sure it's good quality and also good pricing. Because I'm gonna have to buy some in bulk, but it's definitely something different that I'm getting into. Like I said, me and Chris have been brainstorming a lot about some other apparel as well. So
we know it's all about the material, man. And this is this material. It's that I was telling people I wouldn't cap it either, man. This that Nike Tech material for all you fitness guys out there, and all not just fitness, but everybody that wears deep Nike stuff. Yeah. They know about the Nike Tech, man. You pay the extra for that material that you get when you rock that Nike Tech. But this is some great material right here.
Yeah, we don't want to just put out no bullshit, to be honest with you.
For sure. And it's I also hollered at bro about, for the gym rats, you know what I'm saying? When the weather break, we gonna try to get some workout stuff and workout clothes. We coming. You guys gonna see Blaze Sports Culture all around.
Yeah.
The bands, everything. You don't see your kids with it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make some noise with it, for real.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited about it, though, man. Like I said, we've been talking about this for a little while, but we got to get some things in motion beforehand. And,
for sure.
Again, man, real quick, I want to give it a shout-out to Carl and Garrett doing their thing with the sports show. It's been a big thing for us, moving forward. They're taking over the sports show, handling a lot of things over there on that end. They're covering a lot of things, doing a lot of content. So make sure y'all on the lookout for them.
They have a lot of knowledge in that category as well.
Yeah, came in ready to get their hands dirty. Here soon too, man, we're gonna start getting involved a lot more with the community and the county as far as like sports and athletics. We actually just went to the game on Saturday against Homestead. Yeah. They played against Tech on Friday. I didn't go to that game. I don't think you did either. But we did go to the Homestead game. It was a big ranked game for Marion. I think this is their first ranked team that they played at home because everywhere else, I think they were on the road
I believe.
Against ranked teams. But, man, it was a big win for them. We've been talking about this for a little while. I don't want to dive too much into it, but defensively, that was a difference in the game.
Most definitely, because Homestead, you could tell they are very fundamental.
And moving that ball.
Moving the ball. As soon as they're moving, they're picking. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they're passing it, they're picking away. It's just real fundamental things. It's as far as the guards to the big guys. And Marion they played some great D. It was short at times, but they matched up. As well throughout the stretch, man, and that's what made it matter. Big free throws throughout the stretch as well.
Oh yeah,
that's what counts. But yeah, I really enjoyed the game, bro.
I
like seeing a group of kids play and just find out ways to win, bro.
Yeah,
bring it together.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, we was getting into it over there, standing up, getting on the refs. You know how we do. You gonna hear us? Yeah, you gonna hear us, no matter what. But it was fun, man. I'm definitely I'm gonna be back for sure. We're gonna start going to a lot more home games. So
most definitely, yeah. Man, you guys need to fire up that M Club, man. Get the holla at your friends at school and tell them to fill that M Club up, man. That's the difference, man. You got all your peers out there really rooting you on, and that M Club is what matters. That M Club is what used to have us turned out there.
Hey, you remember back in the day, boy.
What?
Hey, that gym used to be packed full.
College basketball type stuff. Like, our M Club really went. Shout out to '08, man. M Club, man. They went all out every game. paint shirts off, painting. You know what I'm saying? Everything is just they went crazy every game, and that's what you need as far as Marion Giant basketball, man. It's great history behind that.
Yeah, for sure. And it starts with your community. Like I said, you got your peers out there. I was really, I don't say, I kind of wanted to say disappointed. I was out there Saturday. I'm like, man, they got a really good team that they're playing against, a high ranked team in 4A against Homestead. And, there was a lot of seats empty. So get out there and show some support, man.
It was so empty. They didn't have a concession stand on the top floor.
No, they had a concession. The kids was up there. Yeah, just on one side.
Okay. That was, and I was just surprised. I was like, yo, where is everybody? Yo, we could never get a seat down where we sat at.
Oh no, we got super close.
So it's like, really get out there. And I mean, I'm not just saying to go support because I haven't been to every game myself, but just when you can get out there, and show some support to the guys out there for sure.
Kids definitely need that and appreciate that for sure.
And the young kids really look up to the high schoolers. They want to see, they remember stuff like that. So let's get to it, man.
Yeah, most definitely. Also, too, I want to tell y'all we're gonna be doing some food reviews here. We're gonna be showing up, places here and there in the county, and you never know, we might pop up. And so hit us up if you do any kind of food or anything like that. Hit us up. We're gonna be coming out there and doing some content
for sure. We're gonna now, and I'm glad you said that too, bro, because we're gonna do food reviews. We're gonna pull up to you as well, for the content, and then we're gonna actually do some of our own as well, just to try some bizarre stuff out. So
we're gonna be putting out a lot more content for sure.
Yeah.
And if it's nasty, I'm gonna tell your ass it's nasty. I'm not coming back to eat that.
Yeah, and we always talk about, putting the content out, and everything is moving just how we want it to move. I mean, we put our TikTok out, and we're not being really like posting right now. You know what I'm saying? We want to put everything in order so we give you the best content to make you tune in for the next time as well. Yeah. So I know we hollered at TJ over the weekend, 1001 Flavors. We're gonna put his skills to test. He ready for it. He locked in. So we got some crazy stuff we're gonna throw at him. So he could put together, and as well, we pull up to the restaurants and try, either your newest dish or the best dish that you serve there, and give our best review. And man, it's gonna jump off for real.
Yeah, be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for it though. Like I said, like Chris said, we kind of moving in a motion that we comfortable with.
That's best for us for sure.
We kind of building it all up right now to let it go right now. Like I said, the merchandise is coming soon. We just started up the TikTok, so follow the TikTok page, follow the YouTube page. We're starting to drop videos on our YouTube page now because everything's pre-recorded. The content's gonna be coming though
over there too for sure.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate it, man. It's coming along. 2023 is gonna be a big year for us. And like I said, we're working on some other things too. I don't want to get into too much detail.
But you're gonna see us a lot though, for real. We're gonna tell you. I mean, subscribe. That's the direction we're going in right now, and we appreciate everybody that's subscribed so far for sure.
Yeah.
But everybody that's watching and tapped in, it only takes 2 seconds, not even that, a second, click of a button, bam, you're already a member of it. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? So.
Don't wait to get on board. You know what I'm saying? We grinding now.
Oh, yeah. We grinding. Don't wait till it's too late, for real.
Yeah. It's coming along, though. And for everybody that's hit us up, trying to get onto the show, and, whether you're doing music or, business or, something you got going on in the community, we ain't forgot about you. We just been busy. We all got lives ourselves. Carl and Garrett, too. They got jobs themselves. Chris, me, just got a job. We do this out of love and for fun. Obviously, eventually we want to get to do this, full time. Eventually, this is a dream. You know what I'm saying? To be able to do things like this in the community and give back. But,
I haven't forgot about anybody as well. I mean, I know I got a few people waiting, and I appreciate your patience for sure. But we coming.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely going to get you guys locked in.
For sure. But, man, today's episode, man, we're going to actually talk about men's mental health. This is something that me and Chris have touched on it a little bit before, but never in depth. And this is something I feel like is really, really important in today's world right now. Because, people are going through a lot of things. I know in our generation right now, we're getting older. And so we really start to dwell on those things a lot more. You know what I mean? You really don't think about those things, when you're a kid. Because you're just out having fun, no responsibilities. You know what I mean? Life really ain't
nothing to worry about at all.
Nothing to worry about. So, we kind of want to just dive right into it on how important men's mental health really is. I know me and Chris, we've been in the gym a lot lately. And I know for me personally, and like I said, we talked about this before, but I think it's a stress reliever for both of us, to clear your mind, just to get out. And it's not easy, you know what I mean, to get out there. Sometimes you don't want to go.
Especially with everything you got going on in your own, your day after work or outside of work and anything like that. It's definitely discipline to get in there.
Sure.
But it definitely helps with stress. Because mental health, I mean, it goes a lot of different ways, man. It's how you start your day is really, for me mentally, is how I start my day, is how I know how it's gonna go. As far as like if I wake up late, my day is already messed up.
Yeah.
Like just in the order that I go in, I'm used to getting to work on time, in there during pre-shift, listening to what's going on for the day throughout the factory, whatever information they gather throughout the night or whatever. And that's when I'm in there during that time, it's like that's, what I'm saying, my day's getting started. I know what I'm looking for when I get out on the floor. Bam bam is to where I wake up late, I go on the floor, diving into, what's already going on, haven't talked to nobody. It's just it's a difference, you know what I'm saying? So me personally, that's how I know I'm gonna have a good day or a bad day. And I'm not saying if I wake up late, it's automatically bad day, but it's automatically, going backwards. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta get ahead throughout the day, and I'll be back on track. Bam, bam, and let's get with it.
Yeah,
But,
for sure.
That's just how it is, bro. Me personally, how do you get ready for your day? And I know our timing is different that we wake up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, I know I get other days off throughout the week, too, as well as you work regular through the whole week.
I got a pretty normal routine in the mornings. Like you said, I'm a late bird. I'm going to be late pretty much to everything. I'm not just saying that, to say it, but I am usually late to a lot of things. And it's not on purpose. It's just because some things pop up. It might be something I'm doing. I might have to, I got stomach issues or something. I have to use a bathroom. I do use a bathroom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't blame them.
Yeah. I got kids. But that's just something I've really been trying to work on. Like you said, too, it does really, because like when you get to work, you feel rushed or something. Now your day is already, like you said, you feel behind. But I think the biggest thing for me is the mindset, like, really has to be, because I've always been trying to be a positive person. You know what I mean? I always try to look at the cup. We always use this analogy: look at the cup half full rather than half empty.
For sure.
And I keep trying to, you keep trying to pour into that cup, and you can only be positive for so long. You know what I mean? Until like it really, really hits you. You know what I'm saying? And then it's an outburst. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I really try not to get to that point. So I've been really self-aware of like things that I'm very observant. So I try to be self-aware of things that are around me. Why did this situation happen? Could I try to look at different, steps. Why did we get to this point? Could have been a different, what I mean? I look at life a whole different perspective of how I looked at it. Even 5 years ago, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I first,
going through different things.
Throughout
different times of the month.
For sure.
Throughout the year, and I get what you're saying. Like, even today, I could be in a different mind state next week. You know what I'm saying?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow you could be, and it could be one thing that could trigger you. Mm-hmm. And I think because we act off emotion a lot, I think when we get older, I try not to, because then like I said, outbursts come out, or you may say things that you may not want to say. You know what I'm saying? So I try to sit back a lot of times and just realize, just come to a point to where, man, why did this situation happen? Could I have prevented this some way, or could have said something where it didn't get to that?
Me personally, bro, a lot of people say, it's bad to keep things bottled in, and I always felt like that too. But then, at times, you can't talk to everybody as well.
See, and I think I'm a military guy,
right?
So I'm 18. I graduated, barely graduated, thank goodness. But graduate, didn't have anything, you know what I mean? So I went to the military, straight to the military. For 4 years I did my contract, United States Navy. But they teach you that, like, it's programmed in you when you go to boot camp. Like, you can't have any distraction, because it could eventually get you killed. Yeah. So you have to literally deal with my wife was pregnant, with our daughter Amaya, at the time. You know, I'm getting letters back at home. Never been away from home. You know what I mean? So it hits you differently. You know what I'm saying? When you're by yourself. You know, and I'm just talking about from a military aspect, but they program you to put things on the shelf. And I think as men, we do that a lot. Not even from the military, just like it was programmed into me at a young age to do those things. So when I come home, you know, if something really bothers me, I'm just gonna take it in. Yep. I'm not gonna talk to nobody. And that's because, first of all, I have trust issues anyways. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who, you know, going back on mental healthness, I wish I could go to my dad and be like, you know, because I don't know my father. You know what I mean? I don't know what his name is. He could be dead, alive, rich, poor. I don't know. I don't know his name, but I love my mom to death. But me and my mom had never been really super close. And I can't really go to somebody. I've never really had somebody to really go to. So me, coming from the military, I just bottled a lot of things up. Yeah, and eventually, though, it only hurt me in the long run. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how, man, it's crazy. Like, I don't even, I talk to, you know, I got people I talk to and stuff like that. But
you need
like
people.
You said, yeah, for sure. And then, you know, but I rock with myself a lot, too. More than enough as well, and I have different things, like different weird things. I have a coloring book, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got an adult coloring book that I really mess with.
Pretty good or what?
Oh, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check them out.
For real. Yeah. I got an adult coloring book. I got books that my friends give me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That I take time out and read here and there. But it's really crazy how I can really just sit there and
clears your mind
for hours, and just, you know, chill out and, you know, be alone. You know, and feel good about it. And I bet where I thought that I could never really do that. You know what I'm saying?
And I bet you never, at a younger age, I bet you never thought of these things whatsoever. Like, you never.
Not at all, bro. Reading was the last thing that I would really be doing. Like, in school, I wouldn't be on that. You know what I'm saying? You got it just for
the pizza personal pants. Accelerated reader. Yeah.
I needed that. But now it's like, now I find interest in it. You know, I could follow a chapter book. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah.
And then as far as the coloring thing goes, I mean, me and my kids have coloring contests sometimes. So even when I'm by myself, I could get out I got the fine print markers and just go crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Or color pencils and go crazy with it.
Yeah. I think everybody has to find their niche when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've done a couple puzzles before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And me, I'm not very. I am patient, but once once I'm there, I'm there. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, and I have short patience as well. So it's like, you know, I have to, but I know how to control it though. And it's hard sometimes in some days. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know, if you have a day at work or something like that, bro, you have to separate that from, you know, it's like you got to change it to, it's like you change it to parent mode. You got to put that shit aside and leave it at the gig. You know, a lot of us don't do that. You know, a lot of us carry it on and.
Difficult for a lot of people.
You already mad as soon as you get to the crib. Like damn. Like,
and I think too is like we outgrow people. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
there's definitely a time. You know, we talked about this before. You know, you outgrow people, even if it's friends that you've known your whole life. Man, sometimes it's just better to cut them off. You know, you can only help somebody so much.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you can't. You know, you going through life yourself. You know, we both got kids. You know, we both got family. So, you know, I can't be out here. You know, worried and stressing out about helping you out when I got some shit, you know what I'm saying, that I'm worried about. You know, I got to keep that line. I got to keep that structured before I can go help you. That's why we talked about this too. Like when you're on an airplane, you got to put your mask on before you put somebody else's on. So, you know, that's just a little something for y'all right there, a little analogy. But, you know, I'm being serious though. But like, again, like when you get to an older age, man, life really hits you. And we've been going, you know, me and you talk about this because, you know, obviously, you know, we're really, really close. But life's been kicking our ass lately. Overwhelmed, stressed. You know, that's why I think the gym has really been helpful for us.
I tell whoever I'm working out for the day, you know what I'm saying, it's crazy because, like, when I could look through my phone, through my social media, it's like I'm a motivator for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because then when you know, whoever I get in the gym with for that day, I'm like, man, you understand, bro. If I didn't have you here right now, bro, I probably wouldn't be here. Like, low key got me, you know,
for sure.
Low key motivated me today, and it's hard to. And I'll tell them. I think I told Laura at one point in time or something like that. I was like, bro, it's hard being the motivator all the time. Shit, like,
no, it is. That's why I said, like, when you keep pouring into that cup, you know what I'm saying, you can only be positive for so long.
On life, shit. And I was like, shit, I be going through my own shit. Hell, but you know what I'm saying, but that's what keep me going as well. It's like I got different people that really depend on you know, and that's just from them seeing results of different things. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it just motivates them, but then they're looking forward to it. I mean, and that motivation runs not through just working out. I mean, just through real life shit.
Oh no, for
You know,
sure.
straight of just pure energy, good energy. That's how it is. That's how, and you know, I catch the motivation from that as well. Whenever somebody's motivating me, it's not just through the workout. It's after it. You know, after we work out. You know what I'm saying? The mindset I'm going into and shit like that. You know, it runs deep for real.
Yeah, and I think you made a good point too. Is like trying to separate, you know, your work from your home, or because a lot of times, because like I said earlier, I feel like a lot of us are at different points in our life where we're more mature. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, the hardest conversations to have are the most uncomfortable ones. You know what I mean?
And it's crazy because then you feel 1,000 times better whenever you have it.
Yeah, and I think a lot of us steer away from those or avoid those conversations, and you have to have those in order to grow. You know, I made a post, you know, on Facebook the other day about you know, accountability and you know, just you know, you have to have those uncomfortable conversations because you can't grow without them, and that comes to another point to where, you know, us putting those things on the shelf and not dealing with those things, which, you know, in turn, you know, creates trauma, creates you know, you know, question yourself of being like, you know, worthy, you know what I'm saying, like self-doubt, you know what I mean, those things start to hit your mind, and can really take a toll on you.
I think the trauma, man, and it's crazy too, man. I feel like, man, to be strong-minded, bro, I feel like you just got to get so much in tune with yourself. I feel like, you know, from the posts you see through, of course, most of the posts that you see on social media is local people, you know, everybody around. You have your out-of-town people, stuff like that, but mostly the shit you're going to see is people locally. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, you know, always they're hit by past trauma, bro, and it just, you can tell trauma in this area. Trauma
hits everybody,
and it runs.
Deep.
I feel like they let it run through them into the next situations, bro, and that's why everybody is out here like, you know, you see a lot of subliminal messages and stuff on social media back and forth, or just, you know what I'm saying, people dealing with a lot, bro, and I feel like
that's why
you have to be in tune with yourself so much, bro, that literally you have to know that nobody got you but you.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
no, for sure. I mean, it's you versus you.
yeah,
kind of thing.
and I feel like when a lot of us realize that, not saying that like I realize that to the 100% extent, but I feel like when a lot of us realize that that past trauma shit, it really don't mean nothing no more. It's who made you. It's who
you gotta let it.
It's who built you to where you are right now.
Yeah, you gotta let you. It built you, but you gotta let it go.
You got to, bro. I could never I got past trauma and shit like that. Like, yeah, everybody does, but there's no way in hell that shit's affecting what I got going on right now.
Yeah.
Or to this day. And that's just me, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people haven't reached to that point yet. And it's not saying, you know, everybody has different times where they do reach to that point.
Yeah.
But
no, for
me
sure,
personally, bro, I just realized, man, I realized what life is, bro, for me personally, and how short it is, and realizing, like, we really here for a little amount of time that, you know what I'm saying, then when you really gone, shit, you really gone. Like,
yeah.
So it's like, yo, I feel like me, and I'm still finding different things not to pour energy into, because I'm working on myself, but at the same time, I'm finding different.
That's hard, man.
I'm finding
really
good energy, bro, and I'm putting it where it need to be at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the best thing. That's the best. That's how I really grew throughout all my situations. And people be like, man, you always happy, bro, because I realize what life really is.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to run into your problems. You're going to run into your emotions. We're all human. It happens. All this shit going to hit us in different type of ways. But I just feel like, me personally, I've conquered so much being strong-minded for myself.
I can tell you personally from my aspect, I've seen a lot of change in you, you know, since we linked back up together, you know what I mean? And I think a big point of what you made, man, is, you know, you got to know where you putting that energy at. Because if you putting energy over here and it ain't really manifesting into something positive, man, you really wasting your time.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So
Facts.
you really need to, like you said, be self-aware, focus on you. Because once you focus on you and you establish and, you know, manifesting great things and being positive, man, you could really affect not only, you know, just by one conversation with somebody, man, you could affect that one person, and that person can go affect somebody else. So you hit that a lot. You know what I mean? So we play a big role out here, man, in our communities. And that's why we try to be positive. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And I think
I'm really working on a lot of shit to really, because you realize, man, like just for instance, I'm trying to get my record expunged, bro, like ASAP. Just trying to really pour into the community. You know what I'm saying? Of course, all of us that hoop before want to get involved in sports or coaching or, you know, working with kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, but, you know, it's a lot of different shit, a lot of stereotypes throughout this area that you got to conquer as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It starts with that, the record shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You trying to get your credit score up too as well?
Yeah, all that shit, man, all that shit. But
I think too for men, man, you know, I know we talked about this earlier. We didn't want to talk about from a woman's perspective because it's hard to talk about those things when a woman's not here. You know, we'll eventually probably have, you know, some women on and talk about mental health as a whole. But we're just talking about and focusing on men though. But I think as men too, man, you know, I've read up on some of this. Man, I feel like it's men mature later in life than women do. Women mature faster than men. And I'm not saying all men or all women, but I'm just saying for a majority, men mature later in life than women do. And, you know, for me, from my perspective, I'm just being, you know, honest. I didn't really look at life and, you know, being mature and things that I really needed to focus on and put, you know, my energy into. I was wasting my time on a lot of shit that I shouldn't have. You know what I mean? Because I look back at now, you know, when I came home from the military, man, military life don't, and I keep going back to that. I'm sorry. I just, this is my past experiences. This is what,
your
you know
life,
what I'm saying?
shit.
Yeah, this is my life. The military really, like I said, instills in you to be a machine, be a robot. You can't really think about those things. Like I said, you put them on the shelf. But when I came home, it really didn't establish me for back to civilian life. You know what I mean? They're supposed to do that for you, and I didn't get that from the military. So it kind of put me in a hole for a little bit, to be honest. You know, I'm really a loner person anyway, so I really don't, you know, I don't like being around a lot of people. I like small crowds, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because I'm very observant, you know what I mean? I don't trust a lot of people, but at the same time though, I've been trying to get out of that shell, and I was in a hole for a long time. I wouldn't do anything, you know what I'm saying? I'd go home, really wasn't working out. Hell, I gained. I mean, pictures that I have, you know what I'm saying? I gained so much weight just, you know, chilling at the house. I may get on the game or, you know, chill and watch movies, not be around anybody. I go to my room and I was just sitting there, to be honest, you know, and be with myself because I had so much stuff going on in my head that I really didn't want to deal with those things. And so my getaway was just going to my room and just being by myself. You know what I'm saying? So I've been like the last 4 or 5 years, I've been trying to get out of that. And I know for you too.
That's good though, bro. Like you gotta, like I said, you gotta start somewhere. It's crazy. Like the good change comes, but is when it's uncomfortable. When it's uncomfortable, you know you're really doing it right. It's kind of weird too. That goes in a couple different little situations.
That's crazy, and how it works though. But I mean, those are the conversations that we, for some reason, we avoid. You know what I mean? And it's not that we really like. It's not like we don't want to talk. Because at the end of the day, we all want to be. We all want to make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of people around here doing a lot of things, which I love. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of LLCs coming up. You know, people doing a lot of positive things
too, for real.
Yeah. To go back off that conversation we was having about, you know, people avoiding those conversations that make them feel uncomfortable. Those are the conversations that we need to have. I know we said this earlier, but I think for people, it's because it's all a mindset, really.
Facts.
And, you know, people get defensive, you know, when they might not agree with something and it may deal with like past trauma that they've dealt with themselves. You know what I'm saying? They're not used to being somebody like having a mature conversation with them. You know what I mean? So, you know, usually somebody might think of somebody being as aggressive or, you know, hey, I'm doing this to, you know, point you out or single you out or
and
no, that's not the point of this conversation.
Man, and so far with like being involved in like business as far as like this, like the culture show, on the business side, like, you know, getting notes from you and just, you know what I'm saying, different things like that. I feel like as far as, and even like as far as like our sponsorship people or people that we've had different conversations with is about the show, I feel like they've had so many uncomfortable conversations to get really successful as to where they are to you know, to this day. but I feel like they learned probably from those conversations as well, bro. And people really have grown off these conversations that you don't want to have sometimes.
And I think you're never going to be ready, like as far from a business aspect or maturity. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you're ever like you have to take a turn, man. Like really, like if this ain't working, like you need to make a change. If you're doing the same thing that you was doing, 5 years ago or even last year, like we only get one life at this, you know what I'm saying? So make the most of it as much as you can, and those uncomfortable conversations you need to have. And like you said,
I feel like because understanding people, bro, is super. I feel like that's one of the most important things. One of the most important things in social life.
Yeah,
is just understanding somebody and understanding somebody else's point of view. As far as like,
you're not always right.
You're not. I could be presenting something to somebody. I could be presenting something to somebody that I want to be a potential sponsor, that I want to be a potential sponsor to us. Mm-hmm. I could be presenting something, and they could be looking at it at a whole other aspect than what I've seen it, But, when we meet the same criteria and, meet each other halfway and understand each other, bro, it makes everything so much.
The end goal is the same.
It is the same, what I'm saying? Even if you understand it differently, it is the same in a way. We both want to be successful and reach our goals together, and our personal goals that bring us together.
Yeah, for sure.
I've seen a lot of that throughout this whole business side of the podcast. And it's making me become more professional at what I do, or second guess when I present something, or things like that. That's why I'm really I really work on myself daily.
Yeah.
Just being a public figure at the same time, it starts with vocabulary, learning how to talk to somebody, just the simple things,
Oh, for sure. And again, it's just that's why I'm humble a lot. You know what I mean? Like I never try to, I always use this motto too as well, man. I treat the janitor the same way I would a CEO. You know what I mean? Because you never know what somebody's going through. When you see me, I'm gonna be peaceful. I'm a peaceful person until, I get disrespected, or, you know what I'm saying? Because then I could turn into an asshole real quick. But at the same time, though, I'm not just an asshole just to be an asshole.
Facts.
Obviously, I've had my differences with some people, and if we can't work through them, it is what it is. I wish you the best, but I see you when I see you, type. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I really know how to exit somebody out of my life. Like, it's not a problem, for real. Because I know what my energy is. I know what my energy stand for, and I know what my energy consists of to make me happy.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to be selfish with for yourself.
For sure. Man, we could talk about this for 2 hours, man, for sure.
For real.
But we're gonna go to a quick break, record a commercial break for our sponsors real fast.
For sure.
And then we'll come back to you guys, man. We appreciate you guys tuning in.
Appreciate y'all. Shout out to our sponsors out there that make this possible for us. Above All Construction, complete renovation specialists. Shout out to Derek Lewis and the boys out there serving our community, doing great work. They do interior and exterior work. Give them a call, 765-573-5982 for all your questions and estimates. Shout out High Moon Emporium, Whitney Bush, who owns an online women's boutique. She also does handmade jewelry. Contact her on social media for all your needs. Shout out Imagine Burgers, Scott Reeder and the crew out there putting in hard work daily. Located 304 West Jefferson Street, Converse, Indiana. Be sure to check out their page on Facebook, which they also have a lot of things going on throughout the month. They have ladies' night, they have trivia night, and they also have open mic night. So get out there and enjoy the vibe. Shout out God's Goons, Brandon and Tara Chisholm, doing great things in the community. Be sure to catch up with Brandon on Mondays as he does a men's group out there. And Tara, she does Bibles and Biceps on Tuesday. Be sure to catch a great vibe out there. If you need prayer, if you need to talk to somebody, they are two great people to get in contact with. Shout out Nicholson Realty 2.0. All those agents out there putting in their hard work. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, contact them as they walk you step by step through the process. Welcome back to the Blades Culture Show. We're going to dive into some of our personal goals and some of our business goals. Really want to touch base on those, especially, the business goals, because we want to see this business grow as well. I'll start out with one of my personal goals. I definitely want to interact with more people on business level. and really know people and know what they represent and show them what I represent as well. Really just touch bases with people.
Creating relationships.
And in the community. That's one of my personals, and one of my other personals is, of course, staying in that gym.
I knew you was gonna say that way.
Action figure body loading.
Yeah.
No,
we've been going crazy though in there, man. For real.
Facts. And I just want to stay consistent with it for real. I want to dig deeper. And I'm gonna say this. My busy schedule, sometimes it has me miss the gym, or I go at different times, and I just want to make sure at any time that I go, I'm always locked in 110%. And that's just for me personal, and I want to get in tune with my legs more. I've got scared doing workouts, since I tore my Achilles, and it's just scary sometimes. But I want to overcome that mentally, and just build it up.
It's a scary injury.
It is, bro. It's scary even coming back from it,
Yeah.
I still play on it, of course, because, I love hooping, but I just want to build it back up, man. I want my body to reach, the best potential it can. And I know I got different things I got to work on to keep it healthy as I can, but I want to just be in tune with that, man. And it's not a personal goal right here, but, I want to get better on that golf course as well. I will be back out there.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Hey, we might be doing a golf scramble or something this year, man.
Yeah, for
That'd
sure.
be fun. We'll be talking to them about
dope.
that.
Super dope.
One of my
traveling.
Oh yeah, for sure. I would agree, man. One of my personal goals too is stay consistent in the gym. I had, when we was going at it for a minute, I had that tunnel vision going on, man. Then I actually hurt myself. Mm-hmm. That's a whole nother story, but it kind of, I was at the gym for like, I don't know, almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I feel like shit, man. Just getting back in there too. I'm gonna have to change up my my workout a little bit, but just staying consistent. I feel like that's been the biggest key. Like the hardest part is just getting in there. And once you get in there, like Chris said too, man, like a lot of these people hit us up, and I'm gonna use Tisdale as a perfect example, man, because that's our brother. He, big change he made, man.
For
made
real.
a huge change, man. So I just want to shout him out, man. He's been putting in that work, going to the gym, staying consistent with it, and you see the change. Once you start seeing that change in your body, man, it's motivation, and he's been a motivation to us, just like we've been a motivation to him.
Yeah, he has. He definitely has.
Because I said, there's been days, man, where you really don't want to go hit it, but I look back at older pictures, and Tisdale just sent us that picture that what I'm saying,
Yeah,
he's been going crazy. So just motivation, man. You need that. Just like when we talked about mental health earlier, man. Like it's all a mindset, man. Trying to just stay positive and get yourself, in those routines to where. Because you need time away from yourself. Like you got to work on yourself. You know what I mean? So
you guys know how fast time goes. Like
yeah,
literally, it just seems like Tisdale was in there a couple weeks ago, and this happened. Like he's been in there consistently. Like throughout the few months and stuff like that. Like he's been at it.
Yeah, he's been going crazy.
So it's like, man, time flies, man. So just when you grind, it's gonna come fast. Yeah. It's gonna come fast. I'm telling you.
And like I said, it was all a mindset for me too. Like I said, I got all the way up to 268 pounds, which is goddamn. Boy, you know what I mean? Yeah. I thought she was gonna hit me with that right there.
Well, retribution.
Yeah. Woo. But now I'm down to 233. So I still got some work to do though. I'm not happy where I'm at, but I'm very proud of the position I am. Man, you give me motivation too, like any other. When we hit the gym, you know what I mean. So that's definitely one of my personal goals: is stay in there, stay consistent. Another personal goal for me, man, it was probably just working on myself, how I react to things, how I listen. I know I talked about this too before, man. We listen to respond instead of just listen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To react. So that's something I've really been trying to really focus on. And like I said, I'm normally a observant and trying to be understanding. That's a big thing that I'm really trying to work on it again, still, because like you said, I'm not, my patience is only so long, you know what I mean?
Thanks.
So if I get, bored with something or whatever, I try to move on to something else. But that's another probably personal goal for mine, is to be more understanding and try to listen without responding. That's probably my biggest one for 23.
That's what's up, man.
Personal goals, man. Like I said, we gonna run with this thing, man. Like I said, we got the merchandise coming out.
Oh, you mean business goals?
Business goals, yes, yeah. Business goals, man.
Definitely, man.
I really want to. I would love to do this, and this is, when I very first started this, man, and I brought this to Chris. Our heads were on the same page, man. We really try to be not really role models, man, but just influences. Try to be pillars for the community, in a positive standpoint. Like everything we do over here is positive energy. Carl and Garrett as well, man, with the sports show. It's all positive with them. We try to bring y'all content and try to just be involved as much as we can. Now we also, like I said, we have our lives outside of this, our families and everything, our work as well. But we would love to do something like this full time, to where we're consistently doing things. I think the goal, if I'm being totally blunt and honest, I think my goal is to have 20 sponsors up here by the end of this year, and I think it's really, really possible, especially with everything that we're putting out now. We got the merchandise coming, the content's coming. I'm going to be, obviously you're taking over the culture show here soon. I'll let you piggyback off that here soon in a minute. But it's just new obstacles for us. It's going to be new for me because now I'm going to be doing, working on production and having those meetings and trying to build up the brand, while you're taking over the culture show and handling business on your side, and then Carl and Garrett handling their business on the sports side. So definitely going to be different for me. It's going to be change. You know what I'm saying? So
it's going to be dope.
It's going to be, man, I think it could really get to a point to where, man, and we got some other things in the work too. I don't want to say those things, but it's coming, man. It's really, and I'm super excited about it because I seen when we first started, man, we was in a garage. So, I seen the vision like down the road, and we've hit trial and errors, man. We've hit bumps. Like I said again, nobody's ever going to be super 100% ready for this. So you kind of just gotta, you gotta find a team and build around them and run with it. You know what I mean? So, I'm excited about it, man. I really am. Like I said, it's positive. I love being involved in the community. I love trying to be, change the stereotype of Marion, not only Marion but Grant County as a whole. You know what I mean? We talked about this too before. Like there's been like a shadow over Grant County, with a thought of things.
We gotta change that.
And I feel like it is slowly starting to take a turn for the good. You know what I mean? So. That's definitely my business goal is to be able to do this full time with my guys and have fun with them, man. Because this is a raw podcast, you know what I mean. So, at the end of the day, it's a business, but at the same time, though, too, we want to have fun and run with it and be positive, for not only the kids in the community, which we try to focus on, but adults as well, in this generation of ours. So, that's mine, man. What about you?
Definitely to piggyback what you said on the, taking over the culture side, some dope things coming. As far as looking for somebody to fulfill that position, and I'm not in no rush at all. I'm gonna run this thing. I can run it by myself, until we find the right person. Because it takes a lot of dedication for real to know the vision that we have. What I'm saying, to be the availability to be around. And just to pour some of your ideas, man, and just help us grow each other, help each other grow. And as well, it's a dope vibe on here. We gonna always have a dope vibe on here, bro. And it's like, I just want to watch it grow the right way. On the business side, we got the merch coming. With the merch, there's so many ideas. We're gonna hit so many different people. Locally, as far as like I said, we got the the hoodies right here. When the weather breaks, we're going trying to look into the workout gear. I'm really passionate about that. Shirts, anything. We just dipping our hands into it. As long as it's making sense, for sure. Yeah. Like bro said, the sponsorship. That's one of the business goals. I definitely want to see more sponsorships.
Gotta get the bills paid. You know what I mean?
For sure. The content, bringing you guys heli content, TikToks. You'll still see us on live sometimes. The Instagram, through the YouTube, it's everything. You know what I'm saying? Building this brand up right now. That's why I said don't wait till it's too late to jump aboard. Because we got a lot of people that's on board right now.
Yeah, it's coming along.
I know we can have more.
It's been a grind, though,
Grant
for sure.
County, for sure. I know how many people in Grant County. We gonna make sure we touch everybody here. So from the business side, all hands in. We here. That's why I said, when I say we here,
we ain't going nowhere.
It's for sure. We here to stay, man. I can't wait.
Man, too, I just kind of want to, man, shout out to everybody that's doing something out there positively, man. Stick with it. I know it's, times it can get rough. You might have a good month, a bad week, or you might have a great month or a great week or something like that. Just stick with it, man. I know it's a lot of up and downs going on right now, but just stay with it, stay the course. Try to be as positive as possible and find ways to maneuver and change, because you might have to.
Sure.
You might, just for a perfect example, man, we were doing the 16-bar challenge. Perfect example. Life hits you, and everybody's human, man. It got overwhelming at one point. I had an editor. I don't have anything bad to say about him, but it just didn't work out. We're going through some changes, so we're eventually going to come back to the 16-bar challenge. Trying to give something back to the community as far as our local music artists, our local music producers, that make the beats and stuff. So it's all positive thing, you know what I'm saying? Just giving back. We're definitely going to be bringing things like that. But anybody that's doing anything right now, man, as far as Grant County, as far as business or being just a positive light or a role model in the community, man, we definitely appreciate you and keep putting in that work.
Already.
So we thank you guys for tuning in, man. We'll see you guys next time.
Deuce.
Feel like a champ, need a ring for the hand. Cover it all from here across the land. Handle the plans, but you won't understand. So if you ain't know, this is the brand. If you ain't know, this is the brand. Not the little shows, this is the brand.